As a project manager working alongside the product owner in the development of a new software application, you observe shift in market trends, changing customer preferences, and unforeseen technical challenges. How should you assist the product owner in managing the product roadmap effectively? Okay, let's see the option. Option A, propose updating the product roadmap only during major release milestones to reduce the disruption and maintain steady development addressing change systematically. A candidate option, but not at all a good option. Because see, the whole idea about Agile is taking feedback frequently, not to wait for big milestones where we want to adapt our roadmap or the direction. So I should be updating roadmap pretty at the end of every sprint rather than waiting for the whole a particular release to happen. Yeah, so, but it's still talking about updating. If I don't get more frequent update than option A, I will go with option A. But if I get somewhere where more frequency and more collaborative updates are there, I probably will choose that. Option B, advise focusing on backlog refinement, aligning upcoming sprint priorities with current market demand and defer roadmap updates until more iterations are completed. Now, what it is saying is, why to worry about roadmap? Let's focus on right prioritization for upcoming sprint because anyway, we are working sprint by sprint. So we do effective backlog refinement. We consider all the inputs which are coming from market situation for that. And maybe after a few sprints or few iterations, we will update the roadmap. So it is having a one problem. See, not updating the roadmap can create misunderstanding with stakeholders. And it is also not helping the team to see future or the holistic view, how we are heading towards based on current information towards about our product vision. So though it has a good idea, which is focusing on continuous backlog refinement, that is a great point here. But delaying the roadmap update is a little negative point in this particular option. So we see with the option C, suggest updating the roadmap at each sprint boundary, reflecting completed work and integrating the latest market insight, customer feedback, and technical realities. So I would say this looks like a pretty straightforward answer. Yes, that's what should I do? So whenever the sprint is ending, whenever we are doing iteration review, along with iteration review or sprint review, I should show the future roadmap also based on what we have learned during the sprint, how we are prioritizing our upcoming sprint. As a part of sprint review, as a product owner, I should brief my stakeholders about my future direction as well. And then I should work closely with my team and stakeholder to refine the backlog on a continuous basis. So that's the whole objective of our working. It's a learning topic, I guess, rather than just testing you, can you find out the real answer? I think this is an easy one to figure it out. Option D, recommend limiting roadmap updates to the project management and product owner team to prevent speculation and keep the development team concentrated on their sprint goal. So I think that may also comes close, especially when you are focusing on your day-to-day practices. You may see that is happening. In your day-to-day work, I personally feel option D might be practiced by most of the product owners. They basically focus on, team, you have to work on these items and don't worry what is going to happen in future. They don't want to give many a time the futuristic view, the holistic view to the team members. They may give it to the stakeholder, but probably don't want to give to the team member. And sometimes you start believing that's the right thing to do. Why to confuse the team? In general, for a PMP exam, we believe in creating shared understanding about our work. We need to make sure the stakeholders and teams are aligned to a common objective. We don't assume the team will only talk to the product owner. Team will talk to the stakeholders also. And if team is not aware what is going to happen next, and only product owner is aware and some of the stakeholders are aware, then it can create good amount of misunderstanding between team, product owner, and the stakeholder. So we don't want to create isolated pockets of information. The transparency, openness is a primary understanding in the agile way of working we should be focusing on. So I don't go with option D. I still stick to the option C. And major learning here is we learn why these options are right rather than we just worried about A, B, C. That's my objective when I'm making these set of videos. The ECO for this particular question is the process domain task 8, plan and manage scope because I need to manage the refinement and the work. At the same time, I'm also focusing on people domain because task 10, build shared understanding, seems to be the critical thing in my mind for a project managers. So overall, it is focusing on stakeholders engagement. Your team members are also a part of the stakeholder groups, and it is also focusing on continuous backlog refinement and updating the product roadmap.